At a regular meeting of the Board of Trustees of the Village of Fredonia, duly called and held on the 22nd day of August 2011 at 7:42 p.m. in the Trustees' Room, 2nd floor, Village Hall, Fredonia, New York, and public notice of the time and place of this meeting has been given to the news media and conspicuously posted in one or more designated public locations in accordance with Section 104 of the Open Meeting Law.
Whereas members of this board present at the meeting have read the official minutes of the Board of Trustees regular meeting of August 8th, 2011. Now therefore be resolved the board approves the minutes as entered in the official minutes, and be further resolved the reading of the minutes be dispensed with.
Second that.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, approved. Reports.
We have three reports tonight. The Justice Report for the month of July 2011. Justice Report, we had $16,466 total fines and surcharges collected, including parking tickets at $1,338. There were 122 vehicle and traffic, 50 criminal, 15 village ordinance, 8 civil cases, and ABC laws were 4. The second report is the building inspector's report for the month of June. Total of 21 building permits issued with a valuation of $104,625, $1,243.30 collected in fees. A total of 22 certificates of compliance for residential rental property inspections. Total of 1,600 collected in fees. There were 7 certificates of compliance for commercial fire and safety inspections, a total of $1,915 collected in fees. The last report is the building inspector's report for July. There were a total of 25 building permits issued, $2,177.97 collected in fees, 16 certificates of compliance for residential rental property inspections, $1,805 collected in fees, 5 certificates of compliance for commercial fire and safety, $900 collected in fees, for a total of $4,882.97. And that's it for reports.
How about correspondence?
Correspondence was received from Aaron Morales, Community Liaison for SUNY Campus Climate Challenge, requesting permission to use the gazebo on West Barker Common and to close Church Street between Temple Street and Park Place and Park Place between Temple and Main on September 24th, 2011 from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. for an event called Reclaiming the Streets, and for a bike tour beginning at 4 p.m. which will proceed down Temple to Brigham and down Brigham Road to the city of Dunkirk.
Be resolved that the request from Aaron Morales, Community Liaison for SUNY Campus Climate Challenge, to use a gazebo on West Barker Common and to close church between Temple Street and Park Place and Park Place between Temple Street and Main Street on September 24, 2011 from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. for an event called Reclaiming the Streets, and for a bike tour beginning 4 p.m. which will proceed down Temple Street to Brigham Road and down Brigham Road to the city of Dunkirk, is hereby approved subject to the direction of the Police Department and the Village of Fredonia receiving a certificate of insurance of $1 million naming the village as an additional insured, which the village has received.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
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 Passed.
Okay. Second correspondence was received from the Secretary of the D.R. Barker Hose Company to transfer the name of Nathaniel Schwartz from the active roll to the honor roll.
Be it resolved that the name of Nathaniel Schwartz, 428 Douglas Street, Syracuse, New York, is hereby transferred from the active roll to the honor roll of the D.R. Barker Hose Company, effective immediately.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed.
That's it for correspondence.
Okay, now it's time for public portion. Would anyone like to address the committee tonight? Nothing, Jack? Okay, moving on to resolutions.
Be resolved that the regular and overtime payrolls of the various village departments and bills approved by the Finance Committee set forth in Abstract 420 are hereby approved and directed paid.
Second that.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed.
Be resolved that the village retain the services of Stuart Brown Associates, Inc. of Rochester, New York to prepare 2 grant applications for the Fredonia Fire Department under the Assistance to Firefighters Grant Program at a cost of $4,200, and the mayor is hereby authorized to sign the letter agreement with Stuart I. Brown Associates and other necessary documents to make such application.
Second.
Wow, I'm very good at that. Thanks.
Second.
Read his writing.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed.
Be resolved that on a recommendation of Street Superintendent Jack Boland, Eric Herberg is hereby appointed to the position of full-time temporary laborer at the Department of Public Works for as long as position remains vacant due to temporary disability at an hourly rate of pay of $7.50 effective August 23rd, 2011, subject to civil service rules and regulations and no other benefits to be given.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, passed.
Be resolved that Matthew Bone is hereby hired as a full-time seasonal laborer at the Department of Public Works at an hourly rate of pay of $7.50 effective August 23rd, 2011, subject to civil service rules, regulations, and no other benefits will be given.
Second. Oh, sorry.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed?
Whereas the Village of Fredonia has been notified the Chautauqua County Department of Planning that the county can enter into an agreement with the village to provide that certain proposed actions are of local rather than intermunicipal or countywide concern, and are not subject to the referral requirements under Section 239-M of General Municipal Law, and has provided the village with a proposed agreement, and whereas the proposed agreement between the county and the village has been presented to this board that would exempt from review under Section 239-M of the GML, the following requires actions. I don't know if I'm going to read this. Residential area vacancies, rear and side buildings setbacks, fences, decks, minimum building size, minimum building lot size and height of garages, number of storage sheds, subdivision of lots, and special use permits or renewals. Whereas the proposed agreement will help expedite the variance process for the above actions. Now therefore be resolved that the proposed agreement is hereby approved and that the mayor is hereby authorized to sign the agreement on behalf of the Village of Fredonia.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? And that will be a savings to the process for the consumer.
Yep.
Right, John? Thank you very much.
Be it resolved that the village clerk is hereby authorized to advertise for sealed bids for the replacement of sidewalks around Village Hall. Said bids shall be returnable on September 8th, 2011, 11 a.m., at which time the bids will be publicly open and read aloud in Conference Room 1, Village Hall. The Village Board of Trustees reserves the right to reject any and all bids and to accept the bid deemed most advantageous to the Village of Fredonia.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed.
Whereas the Village of Fredonia has acquired an easement from Casella Waste Management of New York, Inc. in connection with a stream bank erosion control project, and whereas Casella has requested the village indemnify and hold harmless Casella for any damages relative to the stream bank erosion control activities on its properties, now therefore be it resolved, the indemnity agreement requested by Casella is hereby approved, and the mayor is hereby authorized to sign said agreement on behalf of the Village of Fredonia.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Passed.
Be it resolved that the village clerk is hereby authorized to advertise for sealed bids for a new leaf machine for the Village of Fredonia Street Department, according to specifications on file in the clerk's office. Said bids to be returnable on September 22nd, 2011 at 10 a.m. at the village clerk's office, 911 Church Street, Fredonia, New York, at which time the bids will be publicly open and read aloud in Conference Room 1, Village Hall, first floor. The Board of Trustees reserves the right to reject any and all bids and accept the bid and any bid alternatives deemed most advantageous to the Village of Fredonia.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed.
Whereas Fredonia Pomfret Recreation Department, through its Fredonia Pomfret Recreation leader Jack Swartz, has requested permission from the village board to create a Facebook page advertising the Fredonia Pomfret Recreation Department and its activities and related information. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Jack Swartz is hereby authorized to create a Facebook page in the name of the Fredonia Pomfret Recreation Department. This has also been approved by the town of Pomfret.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed.
Whereas the Village of Fredonia has an abundance of abandoned and unclaimed bicycles being stored at the Department of Public Works, and whereas the village would like to dispose of as many of these bicycles as legally possible in an efficient manner, now therefore be it resolved that the village board authorizes the sale of said bicycles by the Recreation Department at the upcoming Fredonia Farm Festival to be held on August 26th through August 28th, 2011, if fair market value is determined by the condition of the bicycles. All sales will be on a cash only and as-is basis with no returns allowed.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Good luck, Jack.
Can I ask you a question about that? Did we discuss just the money that is raised from the sale of these bikes could go to the recreation department?
Yes.
We did.
Yes, we did,
Okay.
last
All right.
week.
I didn't see that in the resolution, sorry.
Does it need to be a resolution?
You
No.
want-
No, but it
I mean, I know it goes to the
could
add
general
it in.
fund.
Yeah,
but-
the money goes into the general fund. What you would have to do is appropriate that money to wherever you wanted it to go.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, so just keep a receipt of what the total is, and if we need something before the end of the, sorry.
Now, I see that you have the poster
So
for the so much.
So much fun?
So much? No. Yeah, everybody, Mrs. Barlow on Wednesday evening has so much fun. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming.
Keep coming,
Yeah.
a little more.
Hmm.
There you go, that's nice.
Perfect.
He cannot be a
Look at these
director.
palm trees. Please come down and enjoy the festivities at 7 o'clock at the Fredonia Opera House, presented from the Fredonia Pomfret Recreation Sewing Class. Thank you for the great camera work, too. Any other business anybody would like to talk about?
Sorry, I'd like to speak one more time.
Certainly, go right ahead.
I just want to remind the residents, first weekend in September and in October for brush and leaf pickup.
No, thank you, I'm glad you brought it up. The brush collection for September will be the week of the 12th.
Okay.
That would be the normal week to have it anyway, because if I'm not mistaken, the 5th is Labor Day.
Okay.
So under the old rules, even that would be the week. And then for October, to be determined.
All right.
I'm thinking probably the week of the 10th.
See what happens. Just reminding the residents to tie and bundle their branches and pack their leaves, if they would, for helping out their crew.
We've been trying to make the spacing between the pickups a little more even. What usually happens is that because of holiday schedules and stuff like that, you wind up with a collection, and then it's either 2 weeks later another collection, or there's a 6-week span between the first collection and the second collection. Next year I'll publish the schedule at the beginning of the summer for the entire summer, so everybody will know in June when October's schedule, pickup is, and there won't be any questions. One step at a time. Signs, I'm told, I'll have by Friday for the collection site at DPW.
Cool.
And would you like to say what those signs are going to say?
Yeah, please dump
You
your
would
bags.
like to be on the camera?
Frame in, I mean,
We're gonna request that everybody, when they bring stuff to the DPW yard, loose material like grass clippings, leaves, and that type of material, which you usually bring in bags. You can bring it in any type of container you want. We're gonna ask that you dump the container, dump the bag. If you brought a bag, we have receptacles there. You can put the bag in. Brush is loose anyway. There's 2 separate areas, but we would request that. There will be a sign there that also says that we're not looking for any bulk material. It's not a dump. If you have material that needs to go to the transfer station, that's where it needs to go, not to our yard. Thank you. We will appreciate greatly your cooperation.
All right.
And it is a nice convenience. And before we adjourn, I'd like to congratulate you, Matt, on your position.
Nice.
welcome aboard again.
We'll beat them severely starting tomorrow.
I know.
Sounds good.
I got 2 things. I want to welcome the college students back, number 1. And number 2, I noticed with the massive heavy rains that a whole bunch of the drain storm inlets are covered. If you've got one outside your house, go out and kick the dust off it and kick the leaves off it so that so the next big rainstorm we have, we don't have any kind of problems.
And Farm Festival, this weekend.
Car festival this weekend.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I know.
And
Be there, be square. Anything else?
make a motion to adjourn.
Makes motion to make.
Second.
Second. All in favor, say aye.